Hey folks, RicoRocks1001 here. I went back to my local favorite pawn shop, and if you remember my last video where I showcased the Xbox 360 Slim that I got there, they also had this one over there on display for $33. I basically ran over there, well not literally ran, but I had a family member take me there, and they had this on the display case, and I decided to pick it up and fix it up. Because they wanted $33 for it. It was sold broken / as is, because the problem was the disk drive wouldn't work properly. I'll get into that in a moment. But other than that, it was $33 and plus a few dollars for stuff like that. But back on topic. The sticker says $32.99. It says 4 GB Xbox 360 with HDMI power, no controller, disk error. Half of it is true, but half of it is a lie. When I got the system, it came with a controller. In fact, this is what it looks like. This is the controller that came with it, although the sticks were originally black. I took the black sticks and put it in another 360 controller that I do use more often. So I decided to put the gray ones in this one for player 2. It looks kind of cool with the gray sticks. But other than that, that's the controller that came with it. It did not come with an AV cable, but that's not a big deal because I use HDMI. I'll show the ports that it uses for the AV. It's completely different than the original 360. And but it did come with the power adapter, which is very more important because otherwise you can't really play your game system without a power adapter. Here's the end that goes into the wall, as you can see. This is the power brick. It looks similar to an Xbox 360 Slim power adapter, if anyone remembers seeing those. But here's where things get different. The connector that goes into the system is a bit different shape. In fact, sorry about that. This is what it looks like. It kind of looks like an American Super Nintendo plug wall, but it's much more thicker in some ways. I'll show the backside in a moment. On the front here, you got your disc tray, your eject button, and your power button. Unlike the older previous 360 models, which being the Arcade, Core, Pro, Elite, and Slim, they basically have LEDs telling you which player is lit up and stuff. This does not have that. It's not a big deal. It may be to you, but it may not be. Got your sync button right here. I don't know what this blank spot right there is. And this is your 2 USB ports on the front to charge your controllers or use to charge anything or connect your phone or something like that. There's a sticker on here that says, "Do not move console with disk and tray." That goes for all models. Microsoft put that because there is no supporting thing that hangs onto the disk. If you move it around, you'll damage your game. And on the back side, I'll go ahead and flip it onto the back side. As you can tell, this is your power that goes in there. Your HDMI, that's what I use. The AV connector is completely different. If you've seen the original Xbox 360 and the Slim's AV slot, it's completely different. This one uses like one of those headphone output cables. I'm not sure if the third-party ones will work with that, but you could try, but there's no guarantees you should buy the official ones if you didn't get them with it. Maybe one of these days I'll get it, maybe I won't. You got your Ethernet cable if you use wired internet and not wireless. This has Wi-Fi built into it, unlike the original fatter models. This is just like the Slim variation, just with a few things changed. That's your Connect adapter, something that the older 360s don't have. The older ones require you to use external power supply. It's kind of like Sega Genesis. The Slim and E are basically like the master base converter, which is basically a master system adapter for the Genesis, and which does not require power to the adapter. And the original models like the 32X, where it does require its own power supply and its own AV cable connected to it. Sorry to compare 360s to Genesis. I'm just saying, for example, you got 2 USB plugs. The Slim had a third one. Not sure why they took that off. And you may have noticed this does not have digital optical out. I don't know if it's possible to get this with this console. Maybe you'd have to modify it. I don't know how, and I'm not going to do that because I really don't use optical sound, so it's not a big deal to you, but it may be to you. If it is, avoid this console and get a Slim. But if it isn't, well, then take your pick. Do you want the E version or the Slim, or one of the older models? If you're gonna buy an older one, that's basically the ones that are the Arcade Core, Pro, or Elite. My recommendation is buy a premium refurbished, not from GameStop, but from a seller that actually fixed it from the Red Ring of Death. That's my recommendation. This one also did not come with the hard drive cover, and it doesn't have a hard drive, but that's okay. I ordered a hard drive caddy so I can use one of my hard drives that's bigger than 250 gig, so I can stick it in either this console or my main console. I don't know which one I'm going to keep. But other than that, sorry I went off topic, but now it's time to go to the main topic. I basically, the problem with this system was the disk drive would not spin the games or read the games. So what I did was I bought another Xbox 360 drive. Basically, what I did was the simple method. I basically took out the laser and spindle and swapped the two from a new one. They're in the original one. It was either that or basically replace or do it the hard method, because each 360, just like the PlayStation 3, there's a chip on there that has to meet up with the system, because if you try to swap it with another drive with a different chip altogether, it's not going to work properly. That's what I was told, at least on some of the models. And when I did that, unfortunately, when I tried to put the frame back on, the little ribbon cable that connects the board to the system to the power and eject button, unfortunately this got damaged, sadly. That wasn't my fault. It was, well, it was an accident, let me just say. I was trying to put the thing back together and then this happened all of a sudden. So unfortunately I can't really power or demonstrate it in action to see if it's fixed or not. There will be a part 2 to this video, so stay tuned for that. I will basically make an update, and I'm not going to do a video on installing the ribbon cable because it's a long process thing. So if you want to see someone else do that, so please watch someone else's video. But other than that, I did swap the parts that needed to be swapped, and I'm pretty sure the drive will work again, even though this only has like a 4 gigabyte. I don't know if I should keep this or stick with my Slim model. What do you guys think? If I get this working, I may keep it, I may sell it to make a profit, or something like that. But other than that, there's another thing I want to talk about, but I'll probably save it for another video. So thanks for watching. This is RicoRock2001 here saying, sorry I went off topic, but I wanted to share with you the features that the 360E has. Too bad I couldn't demonstrate them in part 1, but in part 2, when I get a new ribbon cable, I will demonstrate some of the features if you're interested. So thanks for watching.